guys, what's up? It's Josh. So for today's video, as you guys can see by the title, I wanted to talk about a couple different ways to flirt when you're not actually able to see the person that you like. The reason that I thought today's video would be a good idea is because all of us right now are staying at home. Hopefully you guys are staying at home and like staying safe and washing your hands and doing all that stuff that we're supposed to be doing. But I just thought that in today's video, and because all of this is going on, it'd be a good idea to just talk to you guys about some different ways to actually flirt with somebody if you can't be with them. So there are a lot of different ones, and so in today's video I just came up with some of the main ones that I think will be able to help you guys out when you are just chilling at home and you still want to be able to keep in contact with that person that you really like. So if you guys do enjoy today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys are new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and with that being said, here are some different ways to flirt with somebody when you're actually not able to see them. So first really good way, and one thing that I think like people don't really do enough of nowadays, that is actually phone somebody and talk to them on the phone. I feel like you can definitely flirt with somebody, and I'll get to this kind of later on in this video, but you can definitely flirt over text. But I think that when it comes to actually talking to somebody, you can get through a lot more emotion and the way that you actually feel about someone and express that to them through actually talking to them. Now, in a time like this where we can't actually go and hang out with people, I think that like talking to somebody on the phone and just giving them a call, I think that it just means more than sending them a text. And I feel like when you're talking to somebody on the phone, you can have those like long pauses and like be not saying anything at all, but I think at the same time like that silence still means a lot, and it shows that you guys are just like hanging out together and you guys are spending time kind of with each other, but over the phone. And I think like when you're talking to somebody over the phone, you can hear them laugh, you can hear more like emotion, and there's just so much more going on when you can actually hear somebody's voice. So I think a really good way in order to like stay in contact with somebody, and just like a really good way to kind of flirt with somebody would be to phone them and to just hear their voice. I think that that would mean a lot to the other person, and it'll show that you really care and you're wanting to put that time in to actually talk to them. All right, so the next one is one of my favorite things to do with anybody, but I think if you are talking to somebody and you're trying to flirt with them, this is also a great way to just get into like their DMs or to be like starting a conversation, and that is by sending them like a meme or a funny picture or something that makes you laugh. So I'm sure you guys have friends or like group chats that you guys have right now where there's like a bunch of people all together and you guys just basically send each other really funny things, or you just have like a group chat where you just gossip about like random things. And I think that we all have those group chats, but I think when it comes to like actually flirting with somebody, one really good emotion that you want to kind of get across to them is humor. And so I think if you do see something funny on your Instagram feed, or if you're on TikTok and you think something is hilarious, I would say copy it or like just send whatever it is to them and see what their reaction is. That way you're like, you're trying to show like what kind of humor you have, and if they have the same type of humor and they're laughing at it, I think that just, I don't know, it makes everybody kind of feel good. I think that's just like a really good way to get somebody in a good mood. And at the same time, when you put somebody in a good mood and you can show that like you're sending them things and trying to make them laugh, then I think that that also is a type of flirting. So definitely send them some memes. If you guys have any really funny like meme accounts that you guys follow also, leave those down in my comments. Just because like I feel like half of my Instagram stories are also like memes that I think are funny. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, go and do that, and then send me like super funny meme pages. All right, so the next one is FaceTime or Skype or Facebook Messenger. All of those like different sites or different places that you can actually FaceTime with somebody and see them like real time. I don't think that I have FaceTimed as much in my entire life as I have in this last week, just because we can't go outside, we can't do anything. And so to actually see somebody's face and to be talking to them, and like, it sucks not to be able to hang out with your friends, but at the same time, when you can actually see them, and if they're out doing something interesting or you're doing something interesting and you guys are able to just like share those moments together, I think that that's like a pretty special thing. And I think even if you're just doing it with your friends, it's really really something that, like, I don't know, it's nice to do when you can't be with them. And so I think it goes the same for relationships as well. And maybe you're not doing anything interesting at all. Maybe you're just hanging out on your couch. If you FaceTime somebody, I think like it's just an extra step, and because you're actually able to see them, it's a lot different than just talking to them on the phone as well, or sending them a text. You can actually see somebody's face, and you can see how they're feeling and how they're doing, and you can kind of check up on them and just like make sure that they know that you care about them. So if you are like trying to flirt with somebody and maybe you've never FaceTime with this person before, try it out, and I think it would put you guys like a little bit closer together, especially if like, because you know you can't actually go and see them in a time like this, then I think FaceTime would mean a lot. All right, so flirting over text, I think that there are a couple different things that you need to send somebody if you do want to show them that you're trying to flirt with them, or you're trying to like tell them that you're into them. And I think some of those like texts that you definitely need to send are the ones when you wake up in the morning, like a good morning text, a good night text, and then like random compliments throughout the day, or just asking them how they're doing. I don't really know what it is, but anytime somebody sends you a good morning text, or somebody asks you like how your day's going, those are texts that kind of automatically make you start to wonder, like, this is somebody that you have a crush on. If you realize that like they're sending you these texts, it's because they're thinking about you during the day. And so if you kind of flip that and you think about like what it would be like for that other person to receive like a good morning text, it's definitely gonna go through their mind that you're trying to flirt with them. Now the same goes for like how are you doing text. I think especially through a crazy time like this where we can't go outside and do anything, that like when you're sending them text asking them how they're doing or what they're doing or just caring about their day, text messages are really important. Send them something that you think is really funny. I think I would suggest that over everything. I feel like it's already like a given, you guys already know that, but at the same time it does make a difference. And if you're not like trying to be in contact with them at all, they're definitely not going to know that like you like them or that you're trying to flirt with them. So try a bunch of these different things, and I think over time they'll start to see that you are putting in the time and that you do want to talk to them. All right, so the last one, and I feel like this one is kind of like, you guys might see it as being kind of cheesy, but at the same time I think that like this is actually a really good thing to do if you're trying to flirt with somebody and you can't be with them. I think that like, you know how you can go on Netflix and you can watch a movie with somebody else even though you guys aren't together? It's not really that you guys are like watching a movie that's special. It's more of like you guys are actually able to do something together while you're not actually together. And I think that like the Netflix thing is such a cool like thing that we can do now. And I think like if you guys do just pick a movie, like it becomes a whole almost like a date night, but you guys aren't actually together, which is kind of weird, but at the same time I think that it's like really special. And so I mean, if you guys like make popcorn and you guys are hanging out and you guys are still able to talk to each other and see each other, like if you're on FaceTime or something and you're actually watching a movie, that's showing that like you're putting in the effort to go that distance to actually hang out with them and to do something special with them. And so I think it doesn't really get much more flirty than going on Netflix and picking out a movie and watching it together while you guys are literally in quarantine and you can't leave your houses. I think that that just says a lot, and if that person doesn't know that you're flirting with them, then I'm not sure like what else you can do to actually make them realize that. So go on Netflix, pick a movie, pick like a date night, like actually set it up. There are so many different like apps and like games and stuff out there that you can actually do with somebody when you don't actually have to be with them. So I would suggest looking those up. That's a really good way to like be involved with somebody when you're not with them. So yeah, I hope that those different things help you guys out in this weird ass time of life. So yeah, those are a couple different ways to flirt with somebody while you're in quarantine. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys are chilling at home just watching YouTube videos and you don't really have anything else to do, leave me a comment down below and let me know what type of videos you guys want to see. In Vancouver right now, it's actually pretty quiet. Like there's nobody outside. Everybody is quarantining and like social distancing and doing all that stuff. I think that even through like hard times like this, even though like it's crazy outside right now, it's like people are actually coming together and it's cool to see everybody like working together to try to fight this thing. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a good time quarantining and staying inside and social distancing. So yeah, if you are quarantining and you're trying to flirt with someone, these are all the different ways that I came up with. And with that being said, I love you guys so much and I will see you next Saturday in next week's video. Bye.